Beautiful sunny day, but it's chilly out there. We'll see how long I'm out. Good morning, it's Barbara. Thank you for joining me for coffee. I've just talked for 10 minutes and forgot to turn on the camera. I am drinking Maria Bio from Chiapas, Mexico. Yum, yum, yum. I already did that once, Verena. Told you how delicious it is. It's almost gone now because I've been sitting here drinking it while I talked to my phone that wasn't turned on. Well, I thought I was rambling, and so I was apologizing for rambling to see how long I talked, and it was at 13 seconds and not red. So this is one of the copies that Verena sent me in my wonderful care package that I got yesterday. That was such a lovely package. If you did, it's a long video, and I go on and I talk about each coffee, and she gave me 5 different ones. So if you're not that interested in the coffee, you can fast forward, because that's one of the joys of YouTube, right? But what a wonderful gift. What a wonderful gift. So this is acidity is low and body. I did it once. I thought I could do it, memorize, but now I need my glasses. Yeah, body is to here. It's on the chocolatey side versus the fruity side. And it's medium dark roast here, I would say. And it is yummy. And I am enjoying this a lot. I'm enjoying it as much as I enjoyed yesterday's, which I enjoyed a lot, which was the 1001. So thank you again, Verena. But my arms got to work out. Oh my gosh. I think if I grind that coffee, if I go back to using that grinder, that is going to make a big difference. And I have to say that I prefer on some level, using muscles and getting muscles stronger, doing something as opposed to just like weights or whatever. This is my theory of muscles. Now, it's often my theory of other people's muscles. Because I don't like to do the work either. But, I mean, I talk about killing 2 birds with 1 stone with that grinder. It really, my arms are, I can feel them. And that was 10 minutes ago because I'm almost done with my coffee. I'm going to have to go, ooh. Maybe my second cup today will be the 1001, and then that'll be like a back-to-back. Yeah, except that'll happen after I do my yoga, because I'm doing my yoga when I upload. I did that yesterday. My chair yoga. Yeah. So yesterday I felt good about, yesterday was a good day. I was feeling pretty good. I sat outside for quite a while, and I had talked another day about worrying about my eyes a little bit because my eyes are getting tired. I'm doing so much on my phone because I read my books on my phone, I watch my news on my phone. I'm on my phone a lot during the day, and at the end of the day I've noticed that my eyes are really tired and that my vision is blurry. My distance vision is blurry. I wear reading glasses, and I have noticed that when I was driving, I just realized, down the road is blurry, and I have always had really good distance sight, which I told you before. And so that has been worrying me. So yesterday I decided, I sat out here. It was absolutely stunning. In fact, we got aura out here. And I just sat out here and I looked in the trees and listened to the birds and looked at my gorgeous flowers, and I knit. And I knit several times yesterday. I knit while I was sitting outside, and I knit. We were watching TV a little bit, and I knit watching TV. Aura and I watched the British Baking, and so we have a new season, but they only put a new episode on Fridays. I'm like, Netflix, what do you think you're like regular TV? The whole point is binge. Although it's not a bad thing for us to have to wait till Friday for our next episode. So we watched the second episode of this new season that's on Netflix yesterday, and I knit. Anyway, look what I've done. This is how far I am. So the increase, I finished the increases for the crown. I can't really see them. There. Finished the increases for the crown, and now I'm knitting the hat. And I was magic looping with this little tiny needle. Well, it worked fine when I was up here, but so I added enough stitches so that I can now just use the needle properly and just knit round, 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 round. So I knit yesterday. That felt good. And I cut Aura's hair, finally. I've been telling her for 3 weeks, I gotta cut your hair. I finally did it yesterday. Hope she wasn't too itchy overnight because she didn't get her shower. She'll get her shower this morning. Gotta have a shower after a haircut, So anyway, so I cut Aura's hair. I knit. I did my yoga while I uploaded yesterday's video, and I will do the same today. Although I need a better chair. I've been doing it out here, and these chairs all have arms. And I really shouldn't be doing it with a chair with arms. So either I'll do it inside on the chairs that don't have arms that are good for it, or I will bring a different chair out here. But I did my yoga. I sat outside for quite a while and really enjoyed that, and knit. And read a book. I read the third book of the Veronica Speedwell series. I'm enjoying that very much. The third book was pricey, $13. It's so annoying with the there's a lot of pluses to having electronic books on your phone. You always, you have your whole library in your hand. And I'm a rereader, so, if I were a read once and done kind of person, I would be just waiting for it to come in the library. Now, the third book was in the library, but none of the others are in the library, in the electronic library. But I didn't want to wait because I was on hold, and so I bought it but $13 is pricey. But you can't lend it. Aura was saying that she doesn't have any books to read. I'm like, Aura, you have a ton of books, but the problem with your books is you get all these political books that you don't really want to read. And so, because they sound good, but in the end, she doesn't feel like reading them. But I can't lend her my books because they're on my Nook app. So I wonder, I should look into the Nook app and see if you could designate somebody who could you could lend your books to. It's a problem with electronic books. You can't lend them or give them away. Anyway, so I read a book, and I watched British Baking with Aura, and she and I sat out here and I knit while I looked at the trees and listened to the birds, and it was really nice. It's going to be another pretty day today. It was chillier this morning than usual, and I don't think I told you on this one, but Dennis took his pepper plant inside. Now, we ate the Malagueta peppers. The fat ones turned red, and we had it in our chili. that he made last week, and it was delicious. But he has the peely peppers, which are the skinny ones that come to a point. And they are not getting any red color. And I think he came out with the dogs about 1 o'clock, 1:30, so they pee before he goes to bed. And he must have thought, oh, chilly out here. Maybe too cold. Because he wants them to get red. So anyway, I discovered them in the house. Everything else is fine out here, I guess. But it is another beautiful day. We had Dennis mowed yesterday in the front. He's going to mow today in the back. So it's not going to be so quiet in the back for a while. But the neighbor was mowing. He was mowing. You know, so yesterday sitting out here was not particularly quiet. But, I mean, it's only 10 o'clock now. Maybe a little later since I'm doing this twice. But it's quiet, pretty quiet. That's nice. Here's some birds. Yeah. So I will be cleaning today. Russ and Pat come tomorrow. We're very excited. I've got their sheets in the washer, you know, getting ready. So today I will be getting the house ready for them to come. And I have to go shopping. So that's my agenda for today. I will be buying that 4th book, but I don't know how much reading I'll get done, and I don't know how much knitting I'll get done. But I could read a little bit of a book and save it for, you know, people do that. Anyway, but it was stunning. Laura and I spent a good deal of time on the deck, and yeah, it was a good day yesterday, and it'll be a good day today, because, you know, when it really comes down to it, the cleaning I have to do, it doesn't take that long. So if I just get to it. I also have to clear off the table because we're going to be having dinner at the table. I need to come up with the plan. I need to come up with a box that's like a document box. I think I said that yesterday, so that I can keep, because I made files and things, so I can keep the file, you know, and just keep all the stuff together. And, you know, there are some file boxes, and I could go through those file boxes, because I think most of the stuff that are in the file boxes aren't necessary. I probably don't have to keep. It's probably years of bank statements, things like that, which I don't have to keep. And that would free up those boxes, but the boxes aren't very big. Anyway, whatever. Ramble. So that's where I was, although in a different order and maybe, you know, not the same. When I noticed that I had to push the button. So, anyway, yeah, the flowers are still beautiful. I'm still enjoying these flowers, although the lilies are starting to wilt a little bit. And my flowers in the house are dying. So I'm thinking about taking this apart and making it into a couple of vases worth of flowers. Yeah. And see what I do. But maybe that'll be for tomorrow. I mean, there are things you can do when your company's here and things you can't do. If we're gonna sit on the deck, I can take 5 minutes or 10 minutes and sweep the deck, but, you know, I can't clean the bathroom. That's gotta already be done. You know what I mean? Yeah. And sweep up the dog hair. Got a house full of dog hair. So anyway, I did do my chair yoga yesterday as I was uploading, and I will do chair yoga when I upload today. My arms are sore from grinding my first cup of coffee. But I am going to grind a second cup of coffee, so I am going to get a bit of a workout. And I like the idea of that, you know, using my muscles to make my coffee as opposed to just weights. I think I said that on this one, but I'm not sure. Sort of like the difference in the muscles of a blacksmith versus the muscles of a weightlifter. You know, working muscles. I'm all for working muscles. So, even my own. Although I'm not as big a fan of my own, you know, but I do feel like I have lost upper body strength over the last few years. I mean, I cannot tell you how often I have to have Dennis open something for me because I just can't get it open. And I am looking forward to grinding by hand. Of course, once I'm done with the beans in my grinder, I don't need to grind them by hand, but I think I'm just going to keep grinding by hand. It's part of my daily workout, right? I will use the grinder for company. That's Better coming tomorrow. They drink coffee. I'll be using my electric grinder for them. But that means they won't get the fancy coffee. My new coffee. My coffee is fancy. I get fancy coffee. But it won't be my new Austrian coffee. That's all right. I'm going to give them delicious coffee. And they'll never know. Did you hear the woodpecker? It really felt like fallout sitting out here looking around my yard yesterday because the view from over there, well, the view back here, view of the trees, and mostly over this way, the view of the trees, the leaves are turning yellow or red and they're falling, and there's, you know, it's just feeling like autumn around here for sure. Really feeling like autumn. So one of these days we're going to have a fire in the fireplace. I have a bunch of papers that need to be shredded, separated as I'm going through stuff. I'm like, this should be shredded instead of just thrown away and recycled. And Dennis says, well, you know, you could burn them in the fireplace because the fireplace gets really damp over the 8 months we don't have a fire. 7 or 8 months, you know, between the last fire of the year and the first fire of the next year. So he said, you know, you burn those papers, that'll, you know, make the first fire easier. So I may be doing that. I have a box of paper to burn and dry out the fireplace and get it ready for our first fire. I don't know how cold it's going to be, but if it's chilly enough, we could have a fire while Russ and Pat are here. They live in the woods in Virginia, in the mountains of Virginia. I bet they have fires pretty regularly. We tried to, although last winter we didn't. We had surprisingly few fires, disappointingly few fires, but that means we got a lot of wood left. Anyway, I'm rambling now. I am going to go. I am going to do my chair yoga and upload this video and start my day. Although I already have the sheets in the washer, so I already started. And yeah. And it's pretty nice outside, so I will be outside a little bit too. Meanwhile, please take good care of yourselves. Please, please, please stay safe.